As tensions in West Asia show signs of easing, is the battlefield in Ukraine now heating up once again with renewed intensity? Despite Vladimir Putin announcing a 32-hour ceasefire, is Volodymyr Zelensky continuing strikes on key Russian targets? Is Russia now preparing to deploy its hypersonic missile systems toward Kyiv, triggering fresh concerns within Ukraine? And are Ukrainian drones targeting Russian energy infrastructure in anticipation of a possible Oreshnik missile strike? As global attention remains focused on the West Asia conflict, Russia appears to be preparing for a potentially larger phase in its ongoing war. Ukraine has reportedly intensified strikes across multiple locations within Russia and in territories under Russian control. These attacks are believed to be aimed at weakening Moscow's operational capabilities as the conflict continues. On April 10th, a significant explosion occurred at a warehouse facility in Vladikavkaz, drawing immediate attention. The blast reportedly resulted in 2 fatalities and left at least 14 individuals injured after a fire broke out. However, the exact cause behind the explosion in Vladikavkaz has not yet been officially confirmed, according to reports. On April 9th, Ukrainian drone operations were also reported across several regions within Russia. An oil pumping station located in Krimps, within Krasnodar Krai, was reportedly targeted during overnight drone activity. An electrical substation in the Krymskaya area was also set on fire following a reported Ukrainian drone strike. In Donetsk, Ukrainian forces are said to have struck logistics hubs, a drone storage facility, and an air defense system. Similar strikes were reported in Luhansk, where logistics depots and an ammunition warehouse were targeted. Russia has reportedly imposed localized internet shutdowns in an effort to disrupt incoming drone operations. The recent increase in Ukrainian strikes comes amid speculation that Russia may deploy its Oreshnik missile systems. Reports suggest that Russia is preparing intermediate-range ballistic missiles for potential operational use. Launch platforms associated with the Oreshnik system are reportedly positioned at Kapustin Yar, a key Russian testing site. Potential targets are believed to include major Ukrainian urban centers under broader strike strategy. These systems could be activated as part of a future aerial offensive against Ukraine, according to some assessments. Ukrainian sources have suggested that cities such as Kyiv, Lviv, and Starokostiantynov could be at risk. Military aviation assets, including Mirage jets, F-16 fighters, and Su-24 bombers, are also cited as possible targets. However, some defense analysts caution that reports regarding imminent Oreshnik deployment may be overstated. The last reported use of Russia's advanced missile systems occurred in January 2026 during a strike on Ukraine. That strike reportedly impacted an area close to Ukraine's border with Poland, raising regional security concerns. Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin announced a temporary ceasefire aligned with the Orthodox Easter period. On April 9th, a 32-hour pause in hostilities was declared following a request from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky.
The ceasefire is of a humanitarian nature. The bright holiday of Easter is a bright holiday for our country, as well as for Ukraine, for Ukrainians, for the Ukrainian people, and therefore it is of an exclusively humanitarian nature. That is the first point. Secondly, as we have said repeatedly, as Russian President Vladimir Putin has said, what we want is not a ceasefire but a solid, lasting peace. Peace can come even today if Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky makes the appropriate decision, takes responsibility, and makes the appropriate decisions. We have said this repeatedly. First, I can confirm this visit. Second, Russian presidential envoy Kirill Dmitriev is not conducting negotiations regarding a settlement in Ukraine. This doesn't mean the resumption of the talks. Kirill Dmitriev heads a working group on economic issues, and he continues to carry out his work within the framework of that group.